What? We're live. Hey guys, welcome to the Stony Ridge Farm channel. This is my friend Steven.
Hey.
Steven is from, go ahead and tell us where you're from a place, but you don't live there, and you've been in the States for quite some time too. So
That's right.
Talk to us.
Yeah, I'm from England, born and raised in London, and I lived in Australia for the last 13 years. I left there last year, and I'm looking to relocate to the US. So I spent a lot of time here in the last year looking about where I'd like to base with me and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And so you've probably seen me before on Josh's channel.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
Yeah, so he's back. What we're going to do this morning, so Steven is seeking a place to potentially start his own operation. You want to do sheep, okay?
And goats.
Sheep and goats. So Steven's looking actually for a place to lease, and you're open pretty much to almost any place. You kind of want to be within 45 minutes of town, 30 minutes of town, something like that.
Something like that.
Yep. So Steven's here. We're learning a little bit about farming. We're learning a little bit about mob grazing. Just before we move the cows, I wanted to talk to you guys about it. So you're doing it right, man. You are just doing a ton of research, kind of like what I did before I started my farm. You know, my research was mainly YouTube. I didn't travel around and lay hands on animals and lay my eyes on the actual operations, which you are doing. And it's really, I think it's going to prepare you better for farming. So you can talk about mob grazing, you can talk about regenerative farming all day long, but until you actually see what people are doing, you just don't know. So we met at Greg Judy's grazing school near Columbia, Missouri. Since then, you have connected. Name a few people that you've connected with.
Yeah, well, connected with you.
Yeah.
Connected with Ray Archuleta.
Yeah.
Who I met at the Stockman Grass Farmer Gathering last year. And we've just been to see him in southern Missouri.
Okay.
Also went to see Greg Judy again, stayed with him.
Yep.
And Jan. And then I've also connected with Greg Brand, who's a consultant and an experienced farmer in Kentucky. He was recently on a documentary called Roots So Deep, which I really recommend. It's just come out recently about regenerative farming and the science behind whether it actually is better than conventional farming.
Yep.
So we've been going around learning what to do and most importantly, what not to do.
Yeah. And it takes a lot. So the Stockman Grass Farmer thing, that was probably spearheaded by Joel Salatin.
That's right. It was at Polyface.
Yep. So if you guys don't know Polyface Farm, Google it when we get done. Don't leave us because we're going to go have some fun. This move this morning is going to be, it's always a little bit. Have you done this with me before?
The move?
The move across the farm?
No, I've been actually looking forward to it now.
Yeah. This move is not something someone is typically going to do on live stream because it can get bad quick. Where we're moving the cows, and I've had them escape doing this, but they're pretty well trained right now. The only one that I'm really concerned with is cow number 213. She's a bit of a, I don't know. She just has her own world that she lives in. I think she might be my autistic cow. I don't know, because she's off, like her mind is somewhere else. And Wooly Bully, the bull, doesn't do anything for anybody if he doesn't want to. Yesterday, just so you guys know, we went and looked. Steven and I and Miss Stony Ridge and Steven's girlfriend went up to Floyd, Virginia, beautiful country up there, and looked at some South Pole bulls. Special thanks to the family that had us up there. That was super awesome. If you guys are watching, awesome. The boys are cute as they can be, super responsible, intelligent young men. We won't say her name just for the sake of privacy, but you'll see those guys on the channel too. They're going to be bringing a new bull in probably in the first or second week of January. So we're getting a South Pole bull to start breeding to these larger Angus cows so we can get our size down, better grass genetics, and better quality beef, hopefully. So we'll see. Yep. She's a rebel. What's that? All right, we're firing up the Kubota. We're going to zip down. We don't have very far to go. I would typically walk this, but we need to block the road with the Kubota so that the neighbors don't come barreling through and run through our fence and somebody gets hurt. So grab your coffee, guys. Cheers. Cows and coffee this morning. Woo! motivate. It's time to have fun, man.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can back into something.
Yeah, so what do you need me to do while we're moving? Maybe we can talk about that now or later down there.
Just hang tight, and I'll kind of point you in the direction what we need to do. It's not a whole lot. You know, the cows are not used to strangers, and you are a stranger, but you're wearing similar clothes and have a beard and all that stuff too, so they won't be too freaked out. We introduced you guys to the cows yesterday, and they were a little stubborn to move, but then they decided, hey, no biggie. These guys are cool.
It was a bit early, wasn't it?
Yep. So, just so you guys know, the cows are all right in here. We're going to go out the gate, and we're moving the cows from this pasture all the way over to this pasture across a roadway that's used by more than just me. So, when you see this, you see these marks?
Yeah.
That, you know what that's from? That's from somebody coming down here last night.
Yeah, okay. Did you get an alert?
I didn't get an alert. That's weird. So when I'm home, my one camera doesn't show what's going on. So anyway, someone must have come down here in the middle of the night. What was that? Saturday night last night? Saturday night brings out the partying people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they come down here. Oh man, that's a dirt road. Let's go down there and see what we can get into. Most likely into the back seat.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, Stephen, is I'll just actually, you can be my tripod. So we'll let Stephen hold the camera for us, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the fencing system all set up, and we can talk. You can be the, well, shoot, you can't do that. Hold on, let's turn the camera around. And I don't frequently have somebody else with me, so it's a little different. There.
Right.
Okay, so we're moving from here all the way across to here. And we'll just let you kind of pan and figure all that out. And yeah, just hold her tight.
Right.
And Stephen's going to kind of watch me do what I do. First thing we're going to do is open this gate right here. Then we'll run our poly wire, which I already have in place, across over here. Then basically we'll simply open up the pasture to the cows. If this thing starts getting janky wanky, starts pointing, you've got a little thumb thing that will go up and down. So
right.
First, I need to finish my coffee. No use in wasting good coffee. Folks, post a comment. I'm coming out with Stony Ridge Farmer coffee. So working with a roaster right now to try and get a unique brand of coffee so you guys can drink the same coffee as me for the Cows and Coffee podcast. Let me know if you're interested in that. And people have been asking about t-shirts, Stony Ridge Farmer t-shirts and merch, hats, stuff like that. All that's coming back up. I've just got to get things settled. Got to get the merch store back up and running. So if you guys are interested in shirts and hats and stuff for Christmas presents, great Christmas gift for friends and family. Hopefully we'll even have some kids stuff too. So that'll be awesome. And coffee mugs. Woo! Okay, so first I'll grab this wire, and you can hang right there, Stephen, if you want to. Won't take too long. Beautiful Sunday morning, so you'll probably hear airplanes coming over. This is a training area for an airport, local airport. We'll come right across the road here. It's really dry out, guys, so the grass is not or the ground is not very forgiving right now. It's pretty hard. So it's kind of hard to get this step in post in. Here we go. Okay, and then the next line. Woo! While we do this, the cows get motivated. You can hear them getting motivated over there. This cone goes in the middle of the road. All this bit of infrastructure stays in place, guys, so that I can do this simply and easily every single time. Obviously, we've got a little bit of a rat's nest of wire right there. Open the gate. Probably going to hear me breathing like a horse here for a second. Now, the reason this is a little bit nerve-wracking, in other words, the reason it makes you a little nervous, anytime you let the cows out of the main pasture, the main fenced pasture, there's an inherent danger that a cow will escape, run off somewhere, and then we got big problems. We're actually going to raise the wire up on top of the cone here, and that's it. So we'll go down here, Stephen, and we'll go to the main gate. If you see any questions pop across there, you're welcome to read them.
I will do.
If there's anything.
Someone said a rebale is when a hay bale has busted open and you retie it. It's never quite right or tight after being rebaled.
Huh. Gotcha.
Says Wink Tartan Bell.
Huh? Who's that? Who says this?
Wink Tartan Bell.
Okay. Gotcha. Good morning from Colorado. Morning. I bet it's chilly out there.
Yeah.
So, hey, girls. All right. So, power's off the fence. I'm going to go in the gate here. Every gate has a lock. If you guys have seen Full Metal Jacket, if you've ever seen Full Metal Jacket, let me know. There's nothing worse than an unlocked footlocker. That's the reason for theft, right? If you don't lock things up, you just never know. Somebody could really come out here and pull a teenage prank and let the cows out. And gosh, what a dangerous thing that would be. They wouldn't be thinking about how dangerous it is. It might just be a prank. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pull this gate shut just a little bit.
They're ready.
They are ready. Absolutely. Hey kids. I will say that the cows we went and visited yesterday were really friendly.
They were.
That was pretty neat. This guy had his kids that were like, how old were the kids? 9 and 11 or something like that. And the kids were just super helpful, super smart. They knew what they were doing. They knew Dad needed the gate open. They had the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Those are great farm kids. That's the way kids should be raised.
It's very smooth.
Super proud of that young couple we visited. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll open the gate. We gotta get everybody down here first. Woo! Come on. We got a couple stragglers up on the top of the hill there. You guys can probably see. Woo! The longer we mess around down here, the more cows will come on up. Got one laying down. I'm gonna walk up here real quick, Stephen, and we'll get these guys motivated. Woo! So I told you, Wooly Bully's gonna be a problem this morning. There he is. He's up there.
At the back.
Yep. I don't like leaving this gate open for very long. Okay. Next thing we got to check. Before we do this, we got a little walking to do. Let's let the cows bunch up at the gate right here. Come on with me, Stephen. We've got a little work to do. I totally forgot. This is not electrified right now.
Good to know.
So come on through. Okay, we got to go to the other pasture.
All right.
Woo! We'll leave that gate just like it is. I totally forgot to double check the pastures and make sure that they can't have free reign of this whole area.
Good.
Now look.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bunching up, huh?
Yeah, they want in on it.
Oh. Yeah. I'll be right back.
All right, huh?
Good morning jog.
Someone has asked me what weather is where I live. Well, I've lived in a couple of places. I lived in London, and the weather's cooler than here, but it never gets quite as much snow as the eastern seaboard. And I also lived in Melbourne, Australia, which is even warmer and has no snow ever, other than on the mountaintops. I'm looking to farm in a place which doesn't have heavy snowfall and doesn't also get too stinking hot. So North Carolina is pretty cool, actually.
Okay, guys, all I'm doing is sorting out the gates here. I did forget to do this. Typically, when I move the cows out of this pasture, I'll have this all sorted out. But I knew that I would be mowing in here and picking up rocks. So I had all the gates open so I could get in here and do a little mowing and a little rock picking. And today, Stephen, you're probably pretty excited about this. Today, we're going to pick up rocks.
Oh, well, you are Stony Ridge.
That's it.
Yeah.
You get the true farm experience.
No, I do not have a YouTube channel yet, although
we were just talking about it.
We were just talking about that.
Just talking about it. So, all right, now we can mosey on back down. This is the water. This is the paddock that the cows will be in until lunchtime. Looks like rain out here, doesn't it? Looks like we're going to get some rain. Okay, so I'll open the gate, and Stephen will probably have you stand just on the right side, and kind of in the middle of the row between the Kubota and the poly wire.
Yeah.
And that'll keep the cows from trying to go over, because they could hop over the poly wire. There's no electricity on any of these wires right now. So they just respect it. It's a psychological thing. It's kind of like once you've stuck your finger in the electric socket once, or the butter knife in the electric socket. I don't know if you ever did anything like that as a kid, but I did. Not very smart. And then I became an electrician. So I guess we'll let you get right in here, because you see how low that is. Let you stand there, and then I'll open it up and we'll see them all run by.
Got one question.
Yeah, what's the question?
Have you tried herding the stragglers with your drone?
I have herded the cows with the drone at one point, one or 2 points, but there's no need to. They'll eventually come. These are herd animals. They want to go with the herd, so the safety's with the herd, so you really don't have to think about that too awful much. I will say the little South Pole bull we looked at was like this tall. He's a little bitty fella. I don't know how he's going to breed these girls, but I don't know. We might have to get him a step stool. All righty. Hey, girls. You ready? Oh, man, I'm ready, too. We got fresh grass. Woo, girls. Yeah. Are you ready? Come on, baby girls. Woo, babies. Come on, girly girls. Come on. Let's go. Woo. Come on, baby girls. Come on. We got an all-you-can-eat salad bar up here, girls. There you go. Yeah. Picking it up. Put some pep in the step. Woo! Uh-oh. Bottleneck. We bottlenecked. There it is. There's a happy cow. Come on. Woo! Come on. You guys will notice I'm walking back against the grain, against the cows. They like it when I do that. It makes them go that way. It's so weird. But it's just something psychological with the cows. As I walk this way, they want to go that way. Hey, Wooly Bully. Woo! Go ahead. Go ahead. All but Tammy the donkey. Tammy does not want to go by me. But we'll get out of Tammy's way. All right, Tammy. Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
Apparently, Tammy wanted. Someone said Tammy wanted me to remind you that you promised her some carrots today.
Yep. And we're not gonna get them today. Not on this move. But tomorrow, you saw the bag of carrots on the porch, right, Steven?
Yep.
Yep. They're out there. This is a little too stressful of a move to do the carrots for Tammy. Hey, go ahead, guys. Go ahead. There we go. All right, so no traffic. We didn't have to worry about getting ran over, which is great. Bring my chain around. Lock her back up. There are 2 locks on this gate right here because the power company needs to be able to get in here and access their equipment. So there are 2 locks on this gate and there are 2 locks on that gate. If the power company comes, I've got cameras on these gates and I'll get alerted because they are not good about closing gates behind them. So I'll take that back from you. Steven will whip the camera around and do a little question and answer. Guys, it's a wonderful Sunday morning. Please ask any questions that you might have. Love to hear from you. 21 minutes, that's a pretty good move. Start to finish.
It's fairly smooth.
Yeah. Teaser carrots coming back. Yeah, that's it. Carrot teaser. 213 didn't get too fussy. This is the guy that had the hurt foot. He's doing much, much better. What did you see different at the farm we visited yesterday compared to here?
Oh, the quality of the forage, just their climate is totally different. They've had lots more rain, apparently.
Yeah, so. We've been really dry. So you see out here, this is basically the lawn outside the fence. Their place was a mountain home, and they have a lot more cool season grasses. Down here, we're about 2,000 feet below where we went to look at that bull, and we've got a lot more warm season grasses. So that's what we saw. Did you pick out South Pole bull? Yep, yo-yo. That's what we're talking about. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. Or I don't know. What is a yo-yo?
I don't know.
So the next step we got to do is get this wire out of the middle of the road so that the neighbor or some traffic doesn't come by, and take out the wire. Wire in the cone. There we go. It's nice having some help here on the farm. Pull this guy back out of the way. And we've got one more string to pull back.
I can do it tonight.
Yeah, just pull that post if you want to, Steve. So, guys, I have discovered why, if you watch the channel frequently and you know what's up, so you're just going to take that all the way around and just stick it in the ground over there. Let me grab this real quick. Pull it snug, pull it tight. There you go. Keep going. There you go. Just step it in the ground. There we go. So this is all ready for the next move. The cows will be on this side of the farm for approximately 15 to 20 days, and then they'll be rotating around the other side. I forgot what I was getting ready to tell you just now. I can't even remember. What was I talking about?
I'm talking about pasture.
Huh?
Different
the different grasses?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was something else I was talking about too. What was I talking about? There was something else. I keep forgetting. I get sidetracked. Squirrel. I don't know much about beef cattle. Can you milk a beef cow? You can, but we're not milking the beef cows. Good stuff. Oh, catfish. That's what I was getting ready to say. We have an otter in the catfish pond. I have seen otter manure, and I have seen fish that have been pulled out of the water and consumed by the otter. I don't know what we're going to do. We're actually going to ride up there next and take a look. We probably won't take you guys up there, but we've got to figure out this otter problem. I don't know if I'm going to trap him, relocate him, what I need to do. I'll probably call a DNR and find out exactly what I need to do. So close the gate, says Belva. Yep. We're actually going to go up in that pasture a little bit later today, so I'm going to leave that gate open. Yeah, got a little bit of work to do in that pasture with some tractors. So guys, thanks so much for joining me. Happy Sunday morning. Welcome to our church this morning. And we're having a little cookout, but the weather sure doesn't look like we're going to have a cookout, does it?
Let's see.
Yeah, we're having a cookout this evening, guys. So thank you so much. Please hit that like button on the way out the door. homework assignment. Click that share button and share it with your friends, guys. Teach some people about regenerative farming, about what we're doing here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. Let's turn it around and get you a shot of the cows before we go and let you guys see what's going on with the critters. They're all roaming around right now looking for the best forage. And I'll tell you, to be honest, it is not the best time of year for the best forage. We don't have good green grass right now. All the cool season grasses are starting to come in and the warm season grasses are dying out. So that's why it looks so brown. We need rain pretty bad. Just kind of is what it is, but there's plenty of food out here for the girls and boys, and we'll be feeding these guys very soon with hay. Hopefully we can make it through to December the 15th, but I'm not so sure we're going to be able to do that. We've got enough hay to last them though, that's for sure. So thank you all for your super chats that you've sent. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your stars if you've sent any of those. Every bit of it goes to help feed these animals and bring this content to you so you can live your farm life. Even if you don't live on a farm, you can live your farm life right here with me on the Stony Ridge Farm. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Woo! Don't drink too much coffee.
See ya.